And EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Lions and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Seattle Seahawks. To the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Oh, he stays, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Completes it again to Dobbs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll buy some time right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here.
Wiggles free. And some room to work. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
65 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw is Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. It's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
In motion, the tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Walker. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Throwing on second and long. Goff.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Still fighting for more. Still moving. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
90 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
45 yards.
And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll set up a throw.
Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And Walker has it.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the offense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll look to throw again.
Smith-Njigba hauling it in on the out route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Romeo Doubs
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. The Lions will use the first of their timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Finding Williams once more, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Goff.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
To the opposite of what they envisioned when they left that locker room, a turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Gibbs.
Avoids him at the 40.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And his throw here is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Keeps it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Jermaine Johnson, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. Snag punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll fake the give. Now Goff.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Fights off the defender. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
126 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So another He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Goff. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
Goff looking to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Taken in at the 22.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd and 5.
Now it's Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. It's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Love. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Gibbs straight ahead.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Lions will add to their fourth quarter lead. A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for two.
They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Washington's got it. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
At the 42-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He'll look to throw.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. They'll look to throw.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come at them in a big way on the next down.
Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Noah Fant from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out now come the Seahawks. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw.
Gets this to Fant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Going right back to Fant.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is the tight end Fant.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
He's back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. Still going.
Touchdown, Detroit. And that touchdown just might do it.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they're in great shape.
The defense Job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Here's 1st and 10.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here comes 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.